Ladies and gentlemen, guess what time it is? It's time to save some money on some amazing Switch games. Today we're going to save some money on some physical and digital Switch games, and these are some really great games at some awesome prices. Let's go and get right into it. So normally when I make these videos, it's just to help you guys save some money on some Switch games, but I just beat Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch. Loved every second of it. And now I actually need a new game. So I thought, let me go look at some deals. And I found some great ones. So let me pass those along to you. Before we get started, if you could, hit a like and subscribe. And let's just get right into this video. So first we're going to start with physical Switch game deals. And the first game we're going to talk about is Pokemon Shining Pearl. And this is currently $29.99 physically at GameStop. So me myself, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I've been playing ever since Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy, and I love every single game. So I feel like this game kind of went under the radar when it came out on the Switch, because it was such a faithful remake. People were like, well, you didn't really do anything different from the DS version. But I actually loved it for that reason. It's basically just the DS version with better graphics. I don't even know if they changed the mechanics or gameplay at all. But to be honest, this is everything that I want in a remake. I want the remake to feel like the original, just look a little bit better. I never played the DS version of these, so this was my entry to Diamond and Pearl, and I think they are great entries into the franchise. And to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite settings in the Pokemon game. Like, you really feel every single area. Like, you can feel when you're in the snow or when like you're in the forest, and the Pokemon are great, and this is an easy pickup for $30. So one of my favorite things to play at the arcade is the Cruis'n Blast racing games. I literally play them all the freaking time. So when this was announced for the Switch, I was sure it wasn't going to work. Like, it's an arcade game. Let me tell you, Cruis'n Blast on the Switch is so freaking fun. And you can pick it up for only $19.93 physically at Walmart. Do you see that? They said $19.93. You are saving 7 pennies. You should be going crazy right now. It feels like it wouldn't translate well having an arcade racing game just playing on your Switch, but it feels so good. Like, the graphics and gameplay and the vibe they set out in this, it really is kind of crazy how it works so well. I think this is one of the best racing games on the Switch, if not the best racing games on the Switch, and it doesn't take itself too serious. Like, you can be a dinosaur and race a car. I don't think they're going for the most realism here, and that's what makes this game so fun. $20 is a perfect price to pick up this game. So the next game we're going to talk about is called the Pathless, and this is $26.95 physically at Amazon. Become the hunter, a master of archery who travels to a mystical island to dispel a curse of darkness. Perform fluid acrobatics and execute awesome trick shots with a unique archery system that allows effortless shooting while moving at high speeds. Forge your own path through a beautiful open world packed with secrets to find. Traverse misty forests, lush meadows, and snowy tundras. Discover the dark history of the islands as you solve puzzles in ancient ruins and unearth long forgotten secrets. Some games just look like they were made for certain consoles, and this game's aesthetic just matches the Switch so well. I truly love how this game looks. It's simple, but being simple, I feel like it adds to it somehow. Like, the less is more, and it's just a treat to look at, and it's even more of a treat to play. I think this would be a great game to add to your collection. The next physical Switch game we're going to talk about is Sonic Superstars, and this is currently $30 physically at Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, and Target. I just actually beat this game myself, and I kind of felt like it should have been released at like a $40 price point, full price, but it was $60, and I do feel like that kind of hurt this game being that expensive at launch. $30 I think is the absolute perfect price to pick up this game. It does a lot of things right. There is some stuff they need to work on, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I thought it was refreshing. I know it was overshadowed because it came out so close to Super Mario Wonder, and they're kind of doing the same thing, like some wackier, weird experimental abilities and stuff like that, but I love it. And it's cool because each character has their own special stuff. Like, Sonic is super fast, and I think Amy can double jump, and Knuckles can do some other stuff, and it's really cool. So it makes you want to play with each character. And you know what's crazy is I beat like half this game and forgot that you can open this little wheel to use all these crazy abilities that you learn, because I was just having so much fun, like going fast through all the worlds. They look great. So I hope this game gets some more love, because I think it was a great adventure. $30, perfect price for this. But it's not just physical Switch games that are on sale. Some of the best sales I've seen recently are on the eShop, and we're going to go over some of those now. The first game I want to talk about digitally is Celeste. This is $5.99 on the eShop. Help Madeline survive her inner demons on her journey to the top of Celeste Mountain in this super tight, handcrafted platformer from the creators of multiplayer classic Towerfall. This is a narrative-driven, single-player adventure like Mom used to make, with a charming cast of characters and a touching story of self-discovery. A massive mountain teeming with 700 plus screens of hardcore platforming challenges and devious secrets. This is arguably one of the greatest Switch games of all time, and I would put it in the top 100 video games of all time easily. It's so weird because you feel like you're just on this journey to climb this mountain and it's really hard platforming. But the story it slowly rolls out before you is so beautiful and so engaging and so rewarding as you continue to uncover what's going on while you continue to beat the game. I may be biased, but I absolutely love this art style in gaming because it looks like it could have been from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, or today. It's truly a timeless style of art and gaming. Celeste is a quintessential Switch game. You need to play this if you own a Nintendo Switch, and now you can. For super cheap. What are you doing? The next game we're talking about is Cave Adventure, and this is currently only $1.99 on the eShop. I've talked about this game, I want to say like at least 5 times, and there's a good chance I'll talk about it another 5 times. This game is always on sale for $2, like every single eShop sale, and it's always worth picking up if you don't have it. The easiest way that I can always explain this game is it feels like you're kind of playing something like Donkey Kong. You're a caveman who has a jetpack, and that's how you traverse and fight enemies, and it just works so well. The game actually looks freaking fantastic, and it truly is one of my favorite games I play when I'm just bored and I want to knock something out for like 30 minutes. I've still never beat this game. Eventually I will. There's all these secret areas to find and different ways to defeat enemies, and you want to time like your jumps perfectly so you can get where you need to go. For $2, it's going to be very hard to find a better game than this. So when you're a little kid and they ask you to draw fire, you might draw it orange or red, but you're wrong. The fire is in fact blue. Do you understand where I'm going with this? The next game we're talking about is called Blue Fire. Blue Fire is currently only $6.79 on the Nintendo eShop. Embark on an extraordinary journey through a desolated kingdom and discover the hidden secrets of this long forgotten land. Explore mystical temples, encounter survivors, and take on strange quests to collect valuable items. Along your adventure, slash your way through daunting adversaries, roam across mysterious and abandoned regions, and leap through deadly traps, and ultimately master the art of movement. Like, you can see where this game was inspired by Zelda, but it's also kind of like an RPG and a platformer, and there's just so much going on here, and I think it's a hidden gem. I really do. I love the protagonist in this game as well. He just looks so cool, and the art style goes so hard. Don't let it trick you. This game can actually be super freaking hard sometimes, and that's what makes it so fun, because on the surface it seems very simple, and it seems like the story is straightforward, but it actually gets pretty freaking crazy. And for this price, this adventure is worth every single penny. Now that it's on sale, this is an easy pickup. If you're looking for something kinda Zelda related, but kinda does its own thing, this is an easy recommendation. The last game we're going to talk about today is called Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon 2, and this is currently $5.99 on the eShop. Curse of the Moon 2 brings classic 2D action and a dark 8-bit aesthetic together with modern playability. Players take control of a swordsman from the Far East who bears a deep grudge against demonkind, and the alchemist who summoned him. You must battle your way through a demonic stronghold, but you don't have to do it alone. You have an ally of brand new characters you'll meet along the way, and then you can add them to your playable roster. This game looks amazing, it plays amazing, the music goes so hard. This is something you're going to enjoy playing, but what's better than playing it by yourself? Well, you could play it with a friend. There is 2-player local co-op in this, and that's awesome because games like this don't even seem like they would ever even think about adding multiplayer. This checks all the boxes I said before, like the art style is truly freaking timeless, and I'm so happy we're getting stuff like this in modern times. Even though the graphics look classic and retro, the gameplay is modern and it's tight and fluid and action-packed. And yeah, this is another game that I would pick up even if it was full priced. But lucky for you, it's on sale. Ladies and gentlemen, I love making these videos because it's like the one thing that I feel like I can do to help give back to my community directly. This is truly the least that I can do, is give back and save you a little bit of money, and I hope it helps. Down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions as always, and remember, if you could, please hit a like and subscribe. It would truly mean the world to me. And follow me on Instagram so we can keep this community growing. And you guys know me, I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.